In the vast expanse of ancient Bharat, where empires rose and philosophies blossomed, there walked a young monk who was more than a mere initiate. He was a seeker, a visionary, a child saint driven by a profound urge, not to conquer lands, but to liberate minds. His name was Adi Shankara. By the age of 8, he had mastered the Vedas. By 12, he had written commentaries that seasoned scholars would one day revere. And by 16, he was traveling across Bharatvarsha, engaging in deep philosophical debates, seeking to restore the ancient truth of Advaita Vedanta, the non-dual realization that all is Brahma and Brahma alone is real. But his greatest intellectual test lay not in forest hermitages nor kingly courts, but in the sacred city of Mahishmati, where dwelled the formidable scholar Mandana Mishra. Mandana Mishra was no ordinary philosopher, a devout practitioner of Purvamimamsa. He upheld the sanctity of Vedic rituals, karma and dharma as true path to liberation. His home was a sanctum of learning and his mind a fortress of logic and discipline. To many, he was the unconquerable mountain of spiritual scholarship. But Shankara, undeterred, made his way to his door. When he arrived, the household was engaged in a fire ritual. The flames flickered in the yogic kund as sacred chants echoed through the air. The two men greeted each other with courtesy, but beneath the calm was the quiet thunder of a storm about to break. Mandan agreed to debate, but he declared, the judge must be impartial, learned, and entirely devoted to truth. He chose his own wife, Ubhaya Bharati. Now, Ubhaya Bharati was not just a wife or a scholar's consort. She was a philosopher, a poet, and a logician of renown. It was said that even Mandana, sharp as he was, often conceded to her intellect in private discussions. Her presence in this debate was no token. She was the equal of both men. And so the Shastrarth began. It lasted not for hours, but for days. Like waves crashing on immovable cliff, arguments were laid and dismantled. Shankara spoke of the imperishable self, of Brahman as the only reality, of the illusion of separation and the futility of ritual, where one realizes the unity of all things. Mandana countered the power of action, of yagyas and karma, the essential duties that preserve order and uplift the soul. He invoked scriptures, logic, metaphors, and tradition. Each point meant its mirror in the other's response. The crowd that had gathered was entranced, watching philosophy unfold not as abstract jargon, but as the living heartbeat of existence. At last, Mandana Mishra fell silent. His reasoning, though strong, had met a higher clarity. Ubhaya Bharati, serene and composed, declared Shankara victorious. But just when the air was thick with the scent of closure, she turned to the young monk and said, "O Shankara, you have defeated my husband in the realm of Gyan. But if you claim mastery over the complete human experience, you must defeat me as well, in the realm of Kama Shastra, or the knowledge of love." And then the audience gasped. This was unexpected. This was completely unexpected. Shankara, a lifelong brahmachari untouched by worldly pleasure, had never studied or experienced this domain. He did not object. Instead, he requested time. And then he did what no ordinary mind could conceive. He left his body through yogic power and entered the body of a recently deceased king, far away. In the royal palace, amidst opulence and allure, he lived the life of a worldly man. He ruled, he observed, he studied the Kama Shastras, and he loved not for pleasure, but for wisdom. In due time, he returned to his own body. Now reborn in knowledge, not just of the spirit, but of the flesh, he stood once again before the queen and resumed the debate. This time, his words were not theory, they were experience wrapped in detachment. Bharati questioned him, tested him, and with each answer, sure that this was not mere mimicry. This was the knowledge of one who had mastered both renunciation and indulgence and risen above them. She smiled, not because she was defeated, but because the truth had revealed itself through this extraordinary soul. And so ended the greatest debate in the history of Indian philosophy. Mandana Mishra, once a staunch realist, became Shankara's disciple, renamed Sureshwacharya, and went on to establish Advaita Vedanta alongside his master. Ubhaya Bharati bowed, not in submission but in reverence, for she had witnessed not just a debate but the unfolding of Brahmagyan, the highest wisdom. For when a river of knowledge meets the ocean of self-realization, that is Advaita. Please subscribe to my channel for more stories and timeless wisdom from the heart of Sanatan.